Your boy John, my co-host Bree, and it's a brand new episode of the Another City Opinion podcast. And here we go. We're just gonna get into it. Newsworthy week. A lot of stuff happened. Literally after we filmed, a lot more news broke for a lot of stuff to talk about. But we're gonna start off with some sad news. Michael K. Williams, who's a famous actor. Most people probably know him for his, obviously his infamous scar across his face, but for his role in The Wire as Omar. He passed away. He was found dead in his apartment, apparent drug overdose. So they said, which is sad. R.I.P. Prayers to the family. But I loved him as an actor. He was a dope actor. Especially him as Omar is one of, to me, the Wire's top 5 TV shows ever. Top 5 TV shows ever.
So you're gonna judge me, Johnny? I've never seen The Wire.
It's cool. It's cool.
I'm gonna tell you why. It just never really, like, the violence in that just never really called me. But what I do remember seeing him in was When They See Us. So basically, it was about the Central Park Five. Yeah. He was the father of one of them, and he did such a good part in that movie.
Yeah, he was a good actor. And I don't know if you remember it, even though it was a smaller role, he was in R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet videos also. He was the cop with the white wife that was cheating on him with the midget. He was. Actually, no, he was the one that R. Kelly's wife was cheating on R. Kelly with, who also had a wife. And when he got home, he found out his wife was. Yeah, R. Kelly did like a whole bunch of.
Yeah, he did. He's just some.
He was dope. He was a dope actor. He definitely things. Just unfortunate. A lot of celebrities go out the same way he went out, and it's kind of sad. Like, obviously at the end of the day, it's still human. So it's just like you wouldn't think, of this. That's probably the last thing people would have thought going into the next day. Like, oh, what the hell? Like, oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. He was also on Superfly, which was a really good movie too. He's just done so much. So I mean, in the time frame that he was alive, he did just so much. So
yeah, he's definitely he did a great job with his acting. He did a lot with a lot of good roles.
Right.
But unfortunately, he passed away.
We just keeping his families in the prayer.
Prayers for the fam and everyone who was connected to him. Well, with his passing, also stirred some controversy. My guy 50, not the best post to put, but basically, he said
not the best. Johnny, the problem here with you is I'm gonna need you to separate city and state, okay? I'm gonna need you to separate 50 and his music, okay?
Oh no.
Him as a person is just out of control.
No. Like, it's horrible timing, but what I was saying about the post basically is obviously he plugged his show in, because if you watch Raising Kanan, literally, not to spoil it for anyone, something similar happened on his show. So happened on his show.
I get that, but this is not the time or the place to do that. This family is mourning. Do you get what I'm saying to you?
No, I completely understand that.
So he don't need to put his 2 cents or his 50 cents in anything right now. He just need to worry about his shows and his getting. I was gonna say something.
But like, it was.
But he just needs to stop. He's too much. Sometimes he's just too much. Like, he's another gimmick. He's another person who's a gimmick.
No, he loves his set of controversy. Like, he's someone who lives for the controversy. But
right, he's a gimmick.
But it's just the way I looked at it. He's like, oh, what are the chances something like this? You put it on the show and something like that legit. Shit like that happens regardless in life. you know, with the non-famous, you just don't hear about it, but it happened. And it just happened to be so coincidental. The episode that just aired at that time, because obviously a new episode aired this past weekend, but for that past weekend dealt with something similar and thing. But it was definitely poor for him to plug his show. In a way, I guess that's his way of trying to bring awareness to the drug issue, but it was just, listen, some people go different than how other people go. So, but maybe in his way, he looked at it as like him bringing awareness. Maybe not the best, but it is what it is. But also, more Mad news. I think it happened yesterday or the day yesterday, if not Sunday, Saturday. They said Pop Smoke's grave was vandalized, and from what I read, they said they didn't even know the grave was still intact. Like not the grave, the coffin. What? Yeah, they don't know.
Listen, what kind of world we live in where y'all disrespecting the fucking dead? Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all people?
Yeah, I was looking at them like, God damn, like
the dead though, you disrespecting this dead. What can that bring you digging up this man's dead body? You fucking idiots. Let me say something. I grew up in a time where respect was everything, and respecting the dead was something very important and sacred. I mean, it's not hard to see, you stupid idiots, that what are you going to get from his body? What, you going to sell a bone? Like, people so stupid.
Of course. Also, I don't know anything, but it could also be maybe they found his grave and they just wanted to see if he was buried with anything that was valuable, because you know some people who have money get buried with valuables. I don't know, maybe. And no, I'm just saying maybe, and they thought, oh, we're gonna see what's in his grave. Got in there, seen, and there was no value.
Any human being any human being, let me not say experience a family member death or anything, but any human being, and I'm saying this for everybody who's listening, any human being is not buried with anything of value. They won't allow you to bury it. So the idiots who thought that they wouldn't get something valuable from his body is some idiots. Johnny, I'm just sorry, they idiots. They more than idiots, they stupid.
Oh no, yeah, no, that's horrible. Like I don't know, like,
and they're so disrespectful. I just don't. Yeah. These Gen Zs, man.
We could say blame them until you find out it was some two grown ass men that's probably older than both of us that did the shit, you know. So, but it's just fucked up, and I was reading this like, damn. Of all things, they really vandalized the whole shit, and they try to get into the casket, and who knows. They made it seem like the reading article made it seem like they try to actually take the casket. If they could, they was gonna take it, which is crazy. What the fuck they was gonna do with it? Who knows? But this is the era we live in. We live in an era of lack of respect and clout chasing. So someone was trying to get some type of clout that they could out of this. I don't know what they thought they was gonna get, but they try to get a little clout out of this or something from it, and it's just it's poor. Like, that's horrible. He passed away. Just let him rest in peace. You know, just passed away in February 2020. Early in 2020 year. It's going to be a year. Actually, it's already been a year. We're in 2021. You know, like, just let him rest in peace, and it is what it is. So, but that's in unfortunate news. Something that caught my eye this past week. I don't know if you're a fan of the movies, but
I am.
The new Matrix trailer dropped, and from the trailer, I like how they're doing how it's going to go, but I don't know how it's going to go till I see it. But
so let me explain this. So I am a big fan of the Matrix trilogy, right? But here's my problem. I see a new Morpheus. I see some new girl doing karate and all this other stuff. listen, they're gonna have a lot of explaining to do, and when you have a movie that's changing a lot from the beginning of the series, and you changing everything, the explaining could become very confusing. So I just hope they do this in a tasteful way where we're not sitting there like, what the fuck?
Yeah, hopefully they don't like fuck it up, you know.
But you get what I'm saying? Like you sitting there confused, like, what the hell is this? So I'm hoping they explain everything that needs to be explained, but do it so tastefully. But we like, oh, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. Like I really hope, because remember, if we go back into the Matrix, they were all like software. So they were all like these softwares that you. That's why the what was her name?
Talking about the agents I was trying to get them.
Not the agents, the one that the one that she could see in the future.
The seers, something like that. Seer,
right.
She had a word. It had a word for her.
Right.
I don't remember.
She was a software in the Matrix. That's what I'm saying. So I hope that they explain it where it's like, okay, they were all softwares and now they, that's why Morpheus changed to a new software. Like I hope they explain it where we could be like, oh, that makes sense. Not where we sitting there like.
I'm not gonna lie. Realistically, they like in the first trilogy they showed.
She was an oracle.
The Oracle. There we go. That's the word. Yeah, the Oracle. Yeah, I knew it was a word that she had. I just couldn't remember it. But yeah, the Oracle. But what I was gonna say, in the previous trilogy, obviously they showed them in the real life. I feel like with that trailer is just another example of the Matrix. Like it's not the original Matrix that they was in. They're in a whole new Matrix. That's how I'm looking at it. Like they're in a whole new Matrix.
I hope that's what it is, because the Matrix is the software. So again, if they explain it in that sense, it will make sense to us. But if they don't, Johnny, it's gonna be confusing as fuck.
Yeah, because they already showed the Matrix and they showed them how they was living. They was living in that little shit, and they had to put the back of their head. So it's like But I think that's what it is. I think they're just they're not in the original Matrix. Now they're in a new, fully upgraded.
I just don't want to be confused. I just don't want to be sitting there like, what the fuck are we watching, guys? Like, I really want to enjoy this. Again, it's been so many years.
I have high hopes for it because I love the Matrix movies. I have high hopes, but we're gonna see. I think it's gonna do its job.
I hope so.
I believe so. It's gonna do its job, and with that, also I don't know if they still on plans with it. The Matrix is supposed to drop on the same day as John Wick 4, and they're supposed to both come out at the same time. Keanu Reeves want both his movies to come out the same day.
So here's my thing about John Wick 4. I feel like now we're pushing it, right? Because I was a big fan of John Wick 1. I went to the movies and saw it. When John Wick 2 came out, I definitely went to the movies and saw it. When John Wick 3 came out, I was like, okay, we pushing it now. The storyline is starting to get a little bit. So I hope the same sense is not for the Matrix as well. I hope that we don't sit there and be like,
yeah. As long as it's a good story, they doing it correct, and what we most probably want to see is like the fighting scenes and the action sequences is probably what's going to drive people to see, because that's what really was the game changer. Like that first thing, like the shit they was doing in the movie, and when he at the end of the first movie when he started shooting at him, he did the little shit.
Right, and that's the thing too. We have to have memorable moments because I feel like the Matrix has set a lot of like people have copied the Matrix over and over and over.
Yeah, it was one of those movies that started it off. Other movies thing. That's what I'm saying. So it's like they changed the Matrix movies. Definitely changed how cinema is, action sequences and stuff like that, because they took it to a new level. It's one of those people that was like ahead of their times and did something. So but I have high hopes for it. I think it's gonna be good.
I mean, I hope so.
It's just it's to see how it goes, because sometimes with Hollywood, they just take an idea and they
it could be lit or it could be a flop.
Yeah,
it could fly or it could fucking drop. Either way, I'm gonna watch it because I love the Matrix. I'm one of those people that could watch a movie over and over, and The Matrix is one of those movies I could watch over and over until my husband be like, "Okay, I'm done."
But yeah, so the way I look at it is like Hollywood does it a lot. They like to reboot, just milk stories till they dry, and then when it's dry, it's like they took as much money as they can, and like that now that franchise is completely dead. Hopefully, the Matrix doesn't go that route, and the way I also look at also is probably if anything, if it goes well, they could start a whole new Matrix trilogy.
Right.
I don't know if that's the plan, but maybe it is.
Wait, well,
I'm for it though. If 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 it comes correct,
Johnny, no, because some things you just gotta say enough is enough.
Yeah.
Right.
The last Matrix came out in what? 03? It's been 18 years.
Yeah.
So if they revamp it and they tweak it.
Like I said, I think we're done after this one, guys.
But we have to see how number 4 comes out. Number 4 has to be a success but I'm pretty sure they have those ideas and plans in the back of their heads. But it should be interesting, Interesting. Matrix 4 trailer. And it's perfect for a segue, Matrix 4 last came out 03. Now, we was much younger then. Now we have also a reappearance of someone from our childhood.
Was it 2003?
Yeah, I believe the last Matrix was 03. If not 03, it was 04.
Oh, I was 13 or 14.
Yeah. 04 the latest, but I'm pretty sure the last Matrix came out 03. Or the second one came out 03. I know 2 and 3 came out back-to-back years.
I want to see what they're going to do, but I don't want to see them continue to do. But I want to see what they're going to do.
Okay, we're going to see. But in the sense of going back to our childhoods, again, going into the next topic, my man Steve, for the 25th anniversary of Blue's Clues, Steve made a reappearance, shot a 2-minute clip, and basically talked to us. Anyone that was a kid at the time that grew up watching Blue's Clues, I definitely watched some Blue's Clues when I was younger, and pretty much most 90s babies, I would say, 90s babies. So my man Steve came back with a message and he was talking to us. Hoping we was all well. How did you feel about watching the video?
I felt good because you know what? There was so much controversy when Steve left, right? So he's on drugs, he's unstable, he got mental issues and stuff like that. Like people were saying, how can Steve leave a job that's probably paying him good ass money? And at that time, I'm pretty sure Blue's Clues, because Blue's Clues was one of our favorite cartoons that was being played over and over and over. I'm pretty sure he was getting paid a good amount of money. So I'm happy he came and explained to us why he left. He went to school, which is nothing wrong with that, to better yourself in education wise. I just loved how he did it. I think it was just really, really sweet. I think it meant a lot to the millennials who watched him years and years and years. And it was something sweet. It was just something so.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little sad, like a little bittersweet, but he gave us a message. Right. It was dope. Like, oh shit. At first I'm looking at it like, this is my guy Steve. That's really him. Oh shit. This is an official.
Right. When I saw the clip, I'm like, oh. So mind you, I saw the clip and then I saw Chicle response to the clip, which was hilarious because he's talking to Steve. And I wish we could all talk to Steve. I think Steve again, he got a lot of backlash, a lot of controversy, saying that he was on drugs, he had mental issues. So it felt good.
There's a lot of rumors why he left, and
Right. So it felt good for him to come out.
He sort of adjusted. He said he went to college. I don't know how old he was when he started Blue's Clues, but he said he went to college, which is dope.
Right. And I feel like that was a very good. I mean, we as the audience at that time deserve to know why he just walked away from something that was probably making him millions of dollars. Mm-hmm. But it makes sense. I mean, a lot of these kid stars or a lot of these stars who do like kid shows basically need to go to school. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, but I do think we do deserve an explanation on why y'all guys, and he did leave very abrupt. Like I remember watching Blue's Clues once, and then the next time Steve is gone, and we got some new guy there, and I'm like who
Yeah,
is
I
this?
feel like it's. I remember. I don't remember, but I remember the first person they chose to replace him. It was like, yeah, nobody watching that. And then I think at this point they have like the fourth guy who's playing Blue's Clues at this point.
Right, I feel like Steve was the most stable.
Yeah, I guess since he was one of the first, it just like his impression lasts longer. But yeah, it's like Blue's Clues. He was a part of the Blue's Clues. Blue's Clues wasn't Blue's Clues without Steve.
Again, I love seeing him. I love seeing that he's doing well. I love that he made it, he made it personal. Especially to us who watched him for so many years. I feel like, it just he made it personal. And I loved it.
It was dope video. He looks, sounds like he's doing well and whatever choice he made and what he's doing with his life. But
right. I mean, I loved it.
I was looking at his Wikipedia and there was just spreading all types of rumors about him.
Right. So it was good that he came out and he explained why he left and what really happened there and all that other stuff. So I mean, it was good. It was, to me, it was a sentimental moment. It brought me back down to my childhood, and who don't want to go back to their childhood being an adult?
Well, of course, it's always cool when the kid, like as kids, seeing something that we watched as kids. There's like a reunion or a special something that we watched as kids, and they basically make the character grow. Like basically, like the character is just like So Steve basically, in a way, even though his character would be much older than us by a long shot, he tried to make it seem relatable. He tried to make his character real and relatable for everybody else, that grew up and also went to college and stuff. But I loved it. I enjoyed it.
I loved it too.
Like I didn't even 25 years. That's crazy. Blue Clues came out 25 years ago. You got to think about that. It's like wow. I would have thought about 25 years of Blue Clues if it wasn't for this clip.
That's true.
It made me think about it, but it's crazy. So 25, I was 5 years old when Blue Clues started. 5 years old. 5. That's pretty young.
Holy. Yeah, I was 6. I was 6 years old.
Yes, very, 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 very young. But switching it up. Oh, actually, I should have. I don't know why. This should have been brought up because this was his response to something we just talked about in the episode. I should have brought it up, but Akon basically talking about it was his response to the Michael K. Williams passing when he was talking to TMZ when he said rich people have more issues than the poor. How do you feel about his statement, Bree?
Unless you're poor, you wouldn't know what the poor people are going through.
Yeah, that's true. Listen.
I'm not even, I'm being honest. Like, I don't know what rich people go through. I don't know their rich problems. Right? Yeah, unless I turn rich and then I'm going through the rich problems and I'm like, oh, okay. But if I'm not going through rich problems, how the fuck am I supposed to sympathize with your ass? But I will say this. We don't see rich problems, but they see poor problems. Because every rich person went through a poor moment. Especially in the Black community. And especially his ass. I feel like for him to say that is stupid because he went through his poor moment and you know what it is to be poor. Mm-hmm. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you can't. Because with poor, look, listen. So one thing I say is everyone has their struggles. I don't take people's struggles and like to compare struggle versus struggle. Struggles is a struggle, and that's something that people have to deal with in life. But for him to obviously rich people have rich people problems and they have regular people problems. But it's like to compare to poor people, some poor people don't even know if they're gonna eat today. tomorrow or the next day. So even with what you're going through, rich, not to compare, I don't like compare struggles, but at least you'll know you're gonna have a meal and a roof over your head. Because some people don't even have that as a,
Right.
as a option. It's like, where am I staying tonight? What am I eating? Shit, and stuff like that. But obviously, getting more money does help with life. But obviously, if you have your issues, you're gonna have your issues with money or without. But
Right.
I'm pretty sure most people and most poor people would rather having rich problems than having poor problems. And it's not even gonna be a hesitation like, shit, I got 100 mil in my bank account. Fuck it, I could deal with whatever problem comes my way.
You know what this reminds me of? No, you don't. You know what this reminds me of? So Willow Smith been getting backlash for the same things. So she wrote on Instagram that she had a video of her crying or a picture of her crying, and then she wrote underneath, "I just feel everything." So people went comment was like, "Sweetie, you've been rich since the minute you came out of the womb. What are you feeling?" And I initially I said the same thing, like, "What are you feeling? The butler in the kitchen cooking you dinner? Like, what do you feel?" Because to be honest with you, I can't sympathize with you. You've been rich coming out of your mother's womb, so you haven't even felt nothing. Does that make sense?
No, I
You
understand what you're
don't
saying.
you don't know what it feels like to feel the weight of the world on your shoulders as a Black woman. You get what I'm saying? Where you like scared your husband's going, your Black husband or Hispanic husband's going out to the store and might get shot. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, what weight of what do you
Yeah,
feel?
she's just obviously she's still Black in America, but she's like in a whole total different environment,
Right.
in a different
She's
class.
Will Smith's daughter. She's Willow Smith. Like, you don't
So
feel
she's somewhat
no weight.
protected from like the real world. She can see it from the outside, but she's not living in the real world.
Right. So you don't feel nothing. A lot of her comments underneath that picture was that, like, what do you feel? You feel what? You get, and when you watch her mother's red table talk, there was a moment on there where Will Smith wanted her to basically continue doing Whip My Hair Back and Forth. She had she had obligations to that song with Jay-Z and other producers that she had to go on tour for. And because she just didn't want to do it no more, she cut her hair off and was like, "I'm not doing it no more," and locked herself in the room and got depressed. And a lot of us can't even say that nowadays. Like, "Oh, I just don't want to do it no more." You get what I'm saying?
And I was saying it, but I didn't even know of that. That's crazy. That's the first time I heard of that. So I never knew. Because I remember when she cut her hair, but I never knew that was the reason.
Right, because she didn't want to do it no more. And Will was like, "Well, you made promises, you made obligations, you have to follow through with it." And because she got stressed, she cut her hair off and was like, "Well, I'm not doing no more. It doesn't make me happy." Like, she understands that most of us in this world don't get that choice, right? We got to get up, we got to do what we got to do to provide, right? And I think that shit always stood with me. So when I see Willow and I see Jaden, because Jaden did the same thing, when I see them, I have kind of no respect for their, like, to me, her posting that, like, Akon doing that same shit. Like, I feel no sympathy for you guys when you get your ass chewed up by these comments or these people writing to you, because y'all sound stupid as fuck.
Mm-hmm. But the way I look at it, like, obviously, I say, because they're rich don't mean they don't have their own issues that they don't go with, or they've encountered something and thing. But obviously, her doing that, saying now at a younger age, like, it's not making me happy, I don't want to do this, is because she has that, she has a safety net where she could say, so she's had that safety net because obviously she was younger. It's not like her family gonna cut her off because she don't want to perform or whatnot, but she has a safety net. It is what it is. But like I said, when it comes to the poor versus the rich, I'm pretty sure any poor person, I don't like comparing struggles again, but they rather deal with issues having millions in their account than having issues and not knowing if where they're gonna stay at, what they're gonna eat, and such and such. But I wish everyone the best, rich, poor people, because at the end of the day, everyone's human. Because you have a set of money doesn't mean still human. You have a heart, you have a brain, you have, you still can get sick just like poor people get sick like rich people get sick like poor people, rich people get better treatment, but sometimes some shit is not, all the money in the world can't save you. So
Right.
that's the way I look at it. It's like, for everybody, it is what it is. You just gotta live your life. But obviously, again, shit. I wouldn't mean mind dealing with some of the issues they deal with $100 million in my bank account.
Right.
Yeah. I'll deal with it. I'll find a way to deal with it. But I wish everyone the best because we're all human at the end of the day, and we all struggle. Money, sometimes being rich doesn't fully protect you. You can still be on and become a victim of whatever this sick world throws in front of you, because this world is sick. Some fucked up shit be happening.
Right. I agree with that. I agree with it.
But I wish everyone all the best with that. And with that, we're going to move on to another interesting topic that resurfaced. It was, I don't know if it started with someone else. It was before, and then it like transferred over to Jay-Z. But it was an interesting topic on social media, basically. It's been trending and then it resurfaced, but would you take $500K or have dinner with Jay-Z? And I'm not gonna lie, Jay-Z is a great, great rapper, fan of his. Would love to meet him one day, but I'm not gonna hold you. I'm taking that 500,000. I'm taking that 500,000. I'm gonna try to make something better with my life with that 500,000. Obviously, me and Jay-Z would be probably a great experience, but me and him is not a guarantee of any funds going into my bank account.
See, but I think people was thinking like, what happens if you have a business and you think your business is a multi-dollar company and you just need some investments? And I get that. And in that case, yes, I would take the dinner with Jay. If I knew I had a business that was gonna flourish, I would sit down and tell him, look, Jay, fuck that 500K. We're gonna turn it into them now. Okay.
Well, I look at it, but no, say what you're gonna say.
But again, it would have to be that I know it's a multi-million-dollar company. Get what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
I would have to know, like, yo, this company right here is a shit. And he wouldn't turn that shit down for nothing in the world.
But the way I look at it is like, shit, if I get that 500K and I put my mind to it and really work it and turn this shit into something, shit, I might meet Jay-Z with the shit, whatever shit I do. And
right.
And I'll look back at it like, shit.
But that's not, but Jay will put you in seats with people.
Yeah,
that would not.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. So sitting with him will put you in seats with other, like, to me, again, it comes down to if I know I have $1 million company. If I know I have $1 million company, I'm telling you right now, I'm taking that dinner with Jay, and I'm turning that $500,000 into something millions. You get what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta make sure you come with something that's, yo, Jay be like, yo, that's that shit. Like, who thought of that? Like, I never thought of that. Yes, I need to jump on that. Let's go sit at some tables. Let's go eat some meals with some other people. And that's what I'm saying.
Which is dope, but for what that point, I'm gonna play devil advocate. Pitch your idea, right? Jay-Z got the funds. Where he take your shit? So you just met him out 500K, and he just ran off with your idea.
You think I'm going to a meeting with Jay when my shit being patent or me owning my shit? Come on, man.
I'm just saying, like,
but see, that's what I'm saying to you. I will go with my shit patent. My shit would be owned by me. Jay would just be investing into my shit, but my shit would be patent and owned by me. So even if he tried to take the idea like Sean Combs did to that young kid, you won't be doing it today.
That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes you obviously look at the name like, oh shit, I would love to meet them, but you pitch something good to them, and you don't got shit in contract or shit there, they will take your shit. Because they got the funds, they got the attorneys, they got the juice, they got the power, they can do all that. So
of course,
to avoid all that, just give my 500K and I'll work something out with that. Pay some bills off and work some shit out.
I guess.
That's how I look at it. You know?
It's also about the experience, but I guess.
But yeah, the experience, yeah, but dope experience.
Like, y'all say that shit now. I feel like a lot of people say that shit now because they're not in front of Jay. But if Jay was to come and ask them, I feel like a lot of you niggas would take. Don't give me that face. Don't give me that face.
But then what if? But then what if Jay-Z be like, but why didn't you take that 500K? What would your response be to him? He asked you, why didn't you take it?
Because you Jay.
But then he literally tells you, I would have took that.
The Hove.
But yeah, but what if Hove tells you, I would have took the money?
The Rock is in the building. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, you can say all that, but then Jay hits you with I'm not gonna lie, bro. I would have took that money.
Well, that's the difference between you and me, Jay. And that's what I was saying. See, right there and then, it's over. Me and Jay has a relationship.
well, for the people that say it with me, Jay-Z is banking on they could sell, and that little dinner, that one dinner, they could sell to Jay and have the connections and whatnot, which is not a bad idea, but I'm going for the guaranteed, and one's guaranteed while the other is 50-50. What if? Give me 500K, and I start some shit, and then maybe one day I'll meet Jay-Z.
All right, and then you see me, I meet Jay, I get millions, and then I'm part of the Beyonce and whole family. And
so then I'm gonna hit you and be like, yo, I got this 100K, 500K is making an investment, and
I already have an investment with Blue Ivory and shit. That's it. Me and Blue being it together.
But listen, choice is yours. Do what you want, but that's how I feel about it. Because I feel like 500K could definitely solve a lot of shit going on right now for me. Pay some bills off.
I mean, the 500K will be nice because my birthday, I'm trying to go to Costa Rica, so.
See, it'll be good.
So, I mean, I get it. But, I don't know.
Moving on. Also, obviously, we've spoken about this. Texas just seems like that Texas is their own country. Obviously, they've passed some abortion laws that didn't really go well with the rest of the country. And it's bogus, basically, what the laws they passed. And it's like, it's fucked up. Texas be running like it's its own country sometimes. But due to that law that was passed, the Department of Justice has filed a lawsuit of the state of Texas.
So break it down. Have you heard what? Okay, so you.
No, I've heard. Basically, it's like
I gotta laugh at the shit because.
It's fucked up. Like basically, it's like I could be a cab driver driving you to your shit, and I could tell on you basically. Or if I don't tell on you, if someone tells on you, I could go to jail with you.
Right.
I could go to jail with you.
So
it's like, see, I'm just doing my job. I have no clue what that person is doing.
Let's dig into a little bit of this, okay? This is gonna call for so much unsafe abortions, okay? When this law was passed back in the 80s, right? In the 70s, 80s, and women were not allowed to get abortions then. Women took it upon themselves to give themselves abortions or go to like a butch abortion place. And a lot of women died, okay? A lot of women died going to these butch abortion places. And if you don't know what a butch abortion place is, people who think they know what they're doing, they use unclean, unsanitary
it's just not
knives,
the proper environment.
Scissors, right? They do it in their house or they do it on their tables and stuff like that. and these usually cost from $150 to $200, so it's a cheaper route. But these women don't know what they're doing. They watch videos and then they basically butch you, which can cause bleeding. And again, all these women have died.
More so it'll damage your body. Because even if you survive, if you don't die,
you most likely you won't be you most likely won't be able to have kids, because then you have to take out your ovaries. Listen, I get it, right? And I'll be honest. As a woman who believes in God, it's a very, very narrow line, right? But I am a woman who understands that it's your body, and that has to be a conversation between you and whoever you serve. But at the same time, I just feel like it is not a man's choice to tell me that I can't do what I want with my body. So that means at this point, all men should get vasectomies. And if a woman who was the mayor of Texas went and said, well, all women need to get vasectomies, all men need to get vasectomies, y'all be looking like.
Nah, it's just Texas and some of these other states just be running on some others, like be running like they're their own country. But I just
even
feel like
rape victims can't get abortions in the state of Texas. Rape victims.
And I think it's illegal to, if you want to go to another state and get it, I think it's illegal for you to come back.
Listen, I'm just not for it. I'm not here for it. Listen, I understand you pro-life, and most of these people are pro-life or pro-guns. And that shit is baffling to me. So you're pro-life, so you want this life to come into the world, but it's okay to get shot by a gun because you're pro-gun. Like, you can't be pro-life and then be pro-violence. Like, somebody come get these people.
Yeah, Texas be running on some other shit. I'm pretty sure it's a beautiful state, but people that be running that state, some.
Listen, I'm not about that. I'm not about that. Telling a woman what to do with her body. It's between her and her body, and then it's between her and whoever she believes in.
Especially with the fucked up situations that could happen, and I'm talking about like rape victims and like abuse victims and stuff like that. I feel like with shit like that, that shouldn't even be like, woman wants to do what she wants to do. That should be nothing with no hesitation. And like that, once they didn't choose to do that, it was victims. That's all thing. And women should get their own choice regardless. But I feel like for them to even let that be like some leeway with a situation like that is crazy.
The crazy part here, Johnny, is that when like I used to hear people protesting about abortions and stuff. My question to them was, so you out there protesting and telling this woman to carry this baby, are you gonna be there when this woman gives birth to this baby? Like, what is then, now this baby is brought up in poverty, right? So what is your solution for that? What is your solution for once this baby's in the world and this mother now has to struggle to take it? See, and I get it, right? Their whole concept is don't have sex, and then you won't have this problem, right? But birth control is 99.9% effective, and that's not always the case. Condoms are 99% effective, and that's not always the case. So again, like, I'm confused on, like, you want them to have these kids because you don't want them to be aborted, but then you're not giving solutions for once these kids are brought into this world. So if that's the case, then you shut the fuck up and have plenty of seats, because you're not giving any solutions to these women.
It's funny. It be the politicians that, be out doing shit outside their marriage, having this, their go-to woman, getting them pregnant. It's a whole bunch of other shit. Them politicians, well, for me, most part, all politicians full of shit, but I don't know what they're doing down there. They gotta get their shit together.
I know so many people who have moved to Texas. To be honest with you, I know so many people who have moved to Texas. And I'm just like, yo, I can never.
Yeah, it's too much shit. I don't know if I can live out there, but I was gonna say, I don't know how far they filed, the part. I don't know how it'll work. They filed a lawsuit, but I don't know what the chances of that overturning anything. It just looks like the people of Texas, because I don't know. That's also another thing. Is that's amongst the other states is negative feedback, but the majority people in Texas feel that way. The laws ain't gonna change because they're not gonna put people in power that's gonna change it. They're just gonna go with it because that's what they want. So that's just the majority. For those that's not for it that live in that state, it's just time to pack things, go to another state.
Take Johnny, that's easier said than done. If you especially establish a career and establish.
I obviously it's much easier said than done. I'm just saying, like, at this point, I'm just saying if the majority of that state is in line with the views of the politicians, it's gonna be a long time before you see any change because they're gonna keep the same people that's on the same page in power. So it's just like you'll be fighting and fight, but it's just gonna be a very long fight. And if with that, all the blessings to you. You're not trying to deal with that. Your state's on some bullshit. Just take the talents elsewhere. You don't need to add unnecessary stress to your life. And stress do kill. And that stays on some other shit.
Right.
But with that, let's see how the shit plays out. See how the shit plays out. I wish it all the best down there, but we shall see. Another interesting story I seen. I was on Twitter and I forgot it was a retweet and I clicked on the link. Somehow TV felt like it was a good idea, going to do a reality show about activism. So basically, they're gonna, I guess the winner is gonna be considered activist, or like I don't know how it's gonna work, but basically it's a reality show, and I think it's a competition show about activism, which is they're taking something that shouldn't be put in that light, and they put it in that light. How do you feel about that? Breathe. Huh?
Stupid. It's so stupid.
I don't know. It sounds like a bad idea, but I have to get more information on it and see. But I've heard that they coming out with activism TV show.
Activist for what?
Oh, so this is how it works. According to this article, it says the activist is a TV show that's coming out next month. It's basically the social justice spin of The Apprentice or The Voice. 6 activists battle it out to promote their cause in front of a panel of celebrity judges, and the winning team gets to go to the G20 summit in Italy, where they could try to secure funding for said thing that they're fighting for. So say I'm fighting for whatever, I go to the show, I have to plead my case in front of celebrities. And if I win, I go to another place where I have to plead my case again, and hopefully someone at this summit gives me money to help bankroll the cause I'm fighting for.
Instead of you being out there fighting for the cause you fight for.
It's not with that information. Still, it's not the best idea. But at least
you rather be on TV.
Now. That's the one thing I can say.
So you rather be on TV. God help me, because people are so stupid. It's getting worse and worse and worse. So you rather be on TV, getting recognition, becoming famous, instead of being the activist you need to be outside.
That's the only thing I see about it being put on TV. it's probably gonna take away from the seriousness of how everybody's gonna take
you know what that reminds me of? I'm gonna say what that reminds me of. The people that record people, the people who record themselves giving to poor people.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna help this group of poor people and activate for and be an activist for them. But I'm gonna do it on TV, get all the glory, get all the praise, and these people are like, do you know what I'm saying to you? Like, it doesn't make sense. It just, to me, it just doesn't make sense. For that, you go to these nonprofit organizations and they will help you with your non-profit fucking activist stands. But
Yeah,
you don't need to be on TV. You know, a lot of these groups do give, like, some certain companies do give to these activists who, if their shit sounds right and then it don't sound like they're just trying to take money, a lot of these companies will give to your shit. You don't gotta be on TV, but I feel like it's more for like it's stupid, and I'm just not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna support it.
But the one thing I can say is get on TV. Even if you don't win the show, you don't be the group that's selected to go. Putting the activism of what the cause you're fighting on that platform might catch someone's eye, which is one of the silver linings of this TV show. I can see, but I just feel like the show in itself is like making a mockery of fighting for said causes, because it's like that's something that shouldn't be a TV show about. For that, you want to do it, you do like a special every day of someone, said celebrity, going to meet with these people. These celebrities going to meet with these people in their place of work or where they do this activism, and bring light to it that way, instead of making groups fight against each other. Because it's like, damn, you could be on the show. My cause is just as good as your cause, and I fuck with your cause, but I'm trying to get to this. It just, I don't know.
It's stupid.
It's something that is, again, I talked about it, like, Hollywood TV be trying to do shit.
Right. The shit just doesn't sound like, it just doesn't sound like something I want to fucking watch. Yeah, go like, be an activist outside. Yeah. Go.
Yeah, it's not the best idea. Whoever thought of it probably had good intentions, but realistically, it's just not. That's just not. The show's not it, and I'm not gonna hold you. Chances are it's not gonna really last long because people is not gonna watch it.
It shouldn't last long. The nigga shouldn't be outside doing activist work outside. Why are you on TV? And this is my problem. Again, it's the same concept for the people that like record themselves giving to the poor. What are you doing? Like, you look stupid. First of all, most of these poor people don't want to be recorded. They don't want people to see them in that light. So for you to do that, for you to record them, and for you to post it, that shit is so disrespectful to me. So I don't know how these activists are gonna show what they being activists about, but they're gonna have to show these people that they activate. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's just I just don't feel right about putting one person's cause versus another person's cause. If I agree with both causes, and then obviously you know how TV shows are, they gotta have to put the one person on the show where it's supposed to be like a clown, like that's supposed to be like the joke of the thing. So they're gonna put some bullshit cause on TV just to put them. No, not how TV works. They always have that one character, one person that is there to be the butt of the jokes and for people to laugh at. And I feel like with this show, it's something that should be out. I may watch the first episode when it comes out, not live, just catch it on one of these streaming apps, watch it to see. But it's something I don't think is gonna work out. But it was good. I'll say it was good intentions behind it, but
was it really?
It's not the greatest ideas.
Was it really?
I can't even say that because I don't know who created the show, so I can't.
Was it really?
I don't think the show is it, but hey, it is what it is. Reality activism. I just feel like that's just a way to like downplay activism. It's like fuck it, we're just gonna make it a reality
It's a
show.
joke.
It is. It's like that's what I said. It's
It's
making a
a
mockery.
fucking
Making a
joke.
mockery of activism. So it's like now when you
It's a
really want
fucking
activists, people are not gonna
fucking joke.
they're not gonna take you seriously because they're gonna think, oh, you're just trying to be on a TV show. But hopefully that show goes and it passes, and then people who I want to continue their activism can continue it and don't got to worry about that. But moving on, I wrote. We was gonna talk about nominations for BET Awards. The VMAs took place last night. It's interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched the VMAs in a couple of years. I don't have the interest to watch the VMAs anymore. It's just like I used to be interested in watching it, but at this point, I don't remember the last time I was like hyped. Oh, I'm about to watch the VMAs. It might have been a good 5-6 years since. I'm like, yeah, oh, the VMAs, I'm about to watch it.
So, Busta Rhymes performed.
I seen a clip of that.
And I feel like he was unappreciated.
It was unappreciated?
Because these millennials, these Gen Zs don't know who Busta Rhymes is. And so they really didn't get to enjoy what we grew up enjoying. That was one. Two. Why did Justin Bieber clean up this? Justin Bieber got a lot of awards yesterday. Like I was just like sitting there like confused. That was two. Three. I don't know what the fuck Dojo Cat was doing this whole damn. She was like the host. She had at one point a chair on her head. One point she looked like the alien. Like
I seen some of her.
I was so fucking confused. Like, bitch, you the host. Go host. Like, she wasn't funny, so she was trying too hard. I don't know. She just didn't have the.
She just didn't have it.
The pizzazz that I look for when I used to watch the MTV, VMA Awards. You used to have that pizzazz in a host, and I used to be like,
I feel like now award shows lost. All award shows lost that. Like I don't know what it was. They lost that magic. I feel like it's just too much. It's too much corporate and politics behind the scenes. That's why award shows ain't as good as it used to be. Cause they used to be fun, entertaining to watch. But I feel like it's too much.
Tiana Taylor and what's her name had their moment.
Tiana Taylor, who?
I never say this girl's name right because her name is just weird. But Normani.
I pronounce it Normani.
Right. So they had their little. I was gonna say something. They had their little moment on stage where she sticked her finger in Tiana Taylor's mouth. And then put her vagina in Tiana Taylor's face. I thought it was weird. I feel like they was trying to have a Madonna and Britney Spears moment, when they kiss. That's what I felt like. But it was weird.
But that was the moment they was trying to create, and it just didn't pan out that way.
People must have. Probably certain people liked it, but I felt like it was more like just too much. And then people gonna. I don't like this, but I feel like Chloe was just too much too. She had a screaming moment, which I feel like it was like a Michael Jackson moment. It was like and it was like, okay, what are we doing here? Like your song is more sexual than anything. Like, chill out. It was just. I don't know. Her dance.
Award shows don't do it for me no more. Like whatever was in the sauce, that shit is gone for me. They gotta put that sauce back out. Yeah, I don't get thrilled to be like, oh, yeah, I have to watch this shit.
But Alicia Keys did perform New York, and when I hear Alicia Keys perform New York, I get.
That's dope.
And she did it in front of like the Twin Towers. You know, the lights, the Twin Tower lights. That
That's
was
dope. I'm happy because it took place in New York, so I'm pretty sure that's also probably a reason why they had Busta Rhymes perform. It's from New York.
Isn't he from Brooklyn?
So that's probably a reason why they brought him out. But
No,
over the years,
he was getting some award, some
the Vanguard Award, was it? Because I know that's just one of the awards they give out for like a lifetime. It's like MTV's Lifetime Achievement for music.
I don't think that's for the VMAs. I think that's from the MTV
movie awards. If I'm getting the MTV awards messed up.
I don't know.
Is it called Video Vanguard? I thought it was called Video Vanguard. I could be wrong. Like I said, I haven't watched the VMAs.
I know he was on there for a legend, like being a legend.
But yeah, like I said, I used to know like the awards in MTV. Obviously, it's always best video and shit like that. Best, but I don't remember the awards. I thought it was something along the lines of that. But so basically they gave him a Lifetime Achievement Award for his his career in music. But I'm pretty sure he's performed in the VMAs plenty of times over his career. Like I said,
Yeah, he's Busta fucking Rhymes.
So I'm just saying, hip hop.
Don't be playing Busta Rhymes.
You said what?
Don't play Busta Rhymes.
I'm not playing him. I'm not. This is not for him. I'm saying hip hop in general has like rap has taken like a back seat in a lot of these award shows. Hip hop in general doesn't get the same love it used to get.
They had a whole category for those Asian kids, those Asian.
Oh, BTS. They're pop singers.
No, I mean it was like a whole, like they had like best. I don't know what they called. I forgot what they called.
I think their genre is called Korean pop.
I don't know, but they had a whole genre for them.
Like I said, hip hop in general doesn't get the same love like it used to. When we was growing up, you used to see the superstar rap superstars. They was performing their songs at the VMAs and they was getting love. Now,
the only thing I don't like about the VMAs is that, to be honest with you, you should not be performing no new song. You should be performing the song that got your ass there. I hate watching an award show and you perform a new song and we all looking like the screen like, we can't even sing along. We can't even enjoy. Like
no. It only works for certain artists. It works for certain artists. It doesn't work for everybody.
It doesn't work for nobody. No, it doesn't, Johnny. No, it doesn't.
If someone performs some new shit and that shit is huge,
it fucking doesn't. Because if I have to hear your new shit on an award show, nigga, that's not where I want to hear it.
Yeah,
that is not the time. No, your job is to get the crowd lit. Your job is not to promote your new song. That's not the point of the award show. And if you are going to promote a new song, do 2 seconds of the fucking song so we can be like, oh, okay, and go listen to the shit. Don't make the whole performance the new song.
Who did that?
Justin Bieber did that dumb shit. I was so mad. He has one of the.
I just wanted to know because I just wanted to ask who performed the whole new song.
Justin Bieber
You're not
did
the first person to do it though. People have done it.
But that's what I'm fucking telling you, Johnny. I don't want to hear a fucking new song when you're supposed to be out there performing shit that's popping right now. He got one of the best songs out. That was what he was supposed to perform. Everybody's looking at the new song like, what? The crowd is gonna go crazy because he's Justin Bieber. But you're not getting the crowd lit. Everybody's just like, oh, this is nice.
But the one thing I would say, if you're gonna perform a new song, obviously you're gonna have to do something to win the crowd over. Because obviously crowds don't rock with you regardless of who you are. But to like really sell it, obviously, gotta do something to keep get the crowd entertained.
It sucked. I was watching it like when I saw him come on, I'm like, yo, we about to do my shit. I'm about to go in. Nope, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. And I'm not gonna even go about my girl because my girl cleaned up.
Who?
You probably don't know her because you don't listen to all types of music.
I do listen to all types of music. I really do though. I really listen to all types of music. I don't listen to radio, but I listen to all types of music. It's just if no one tells me, if someone comes out,
Olivia Rodrigo. Olivia Rodrigo.
That's crazy. I've heard that name before. I don't think I ever heard a song of her, but I've heard that name before.
You probably have, because if you have TikTok and all that stuff, she has that song called Driver's License.
I probably don't know. Listen, I'm not gonna tell you I know any of the songs by name.
Well,
I've heard that
she's
name
a Disney star. She used to be on Bizarre Bark with that wrestler guy, with that fighter guy, John Paul or whatever his name is. She used to be on there.
Well, so she's
still on Disney. Well, she's still a Disney star, but now they're about to cut her because her music is a little bit raunchy.
Oh, she's getting.
But that's my girl.
Sure she's getting older and most.
Yeah, but she cleaned up. So she cleaned up most of the awards because she was killing it out there. She got 3 singles from her album, and all 3 singles are like at #1. So proud of her. I was happy to see her perform. Loved her performance. Loved that she won like 3 awards. I was like, killing it. Okay. But Cardi B did not win 1 award, which is weird for WAP or anything. I was like, what the fuck is this? But
no, it is what it is.
That's why that's why none of us be at the award shows. And when I say us, I mean black. You barely see us black people on it.
It's because, like I said, they don't show hip hop R&B the same love like they used to. The love ain't there no more.
All right, Johnny, talk about your BET nomination. So we could get into that shit, because that shit again, that's some bullshit. Go ahead.
Just to name some of the awards: Hip Hop Artist of the Year. The nominees is Cardi B, Drake, J. Cole, Lil Baby, Meg Thee Stallion, Tyler Creator. What award is it that you want to talk about? But that's
just saying
that's Hip Hop Artist of the Year. Song of the Year, Back in Blood, Who Should I See featuring Lil Durk. Late at Night, Roddy Ricch. Laugh Now, Cry Later, Drake featuring Durk. Up by Young Dizza, Sean Allen, DJ Swan Co. Cardi B, Watt, obviously featuring Meg Thee Stallion. Whole Lot of Money remix. And there's a whole bunch of people on this, but
when I think of
Whole Lot of Money remix, Be featuring Nicki Minaj. That's fit.
But that song was #1. That shit's still being played on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
That's for Song of the Year. Hip Hop Album of the Year. It's A Gangster's Pain, Moneybagg Yo. Call Me You Get Lost, Tyler the Creator. Culture 3, Migos. Good News, Meg Thee Stallion. Khaled, DJ Khaled. Savage Mode 2, 21 Savage, Metro Boomin, and The Off Season by J. Cole. I feel like I know who I want to win that, but we'll see who wins that.
Who you want to win? Who you want to win?
That category, J. Cole.
Oh, because I was about to come through the screen and beat your ass because you was about to say something different.
Come on, who did you assume that I wanted to win?
I don't know, Johnny. I'm about to say, out of these 12 years of knowing you, I was about to say I don't know you at all. I was about to say I don't know you at all.
But and then they have Best New Hip Hop Artist. I don't know how to pronounce this person's name, but it's BLXST. Don't know how to pronounce that person's name. Coi Leray, Don Toliver, Moray, Who Should I See, Young Blue. Which I seen that he said he changed his name. He's taking the young out of his name. He just wants to be called Blue now.
That's stupid. Too late. We started calling your ass big. I mean young. Whatever it is. Listen. J. Cole should have been nominated for more shit than that, because let me tell you something.
This is just some of them. I feel like there's more, but this is just some of them.
But I looked through it, and J. Cole don't have a lot of nominations. And that's because they be hating over my nigga J. Cole.
Of course. And this is one that they have him for. It's called
J. Cole's the only rapper who can go from rapping to basketball.
But this category is Lyricist of the Year, which is Benny the Butcher, Drake, J. Cole, Lil Baby, Meg Thee Stallion, and Nas. Those are the nominees for Lyricist of the Year for BET.
Why is Nas on there?
Nas dropped the album this year. Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about it.
We did.
We talked
talked
about it. Yeah, it was like I actually heard it. I was like,
right, and I
4
told you I didn't
episodes
like it.
ago. It's like 3-4 episodes ago.
But I told you I didn't like it.
But you didn't like it don't mean the lyrics wasn't there, so that's why he got nominated. Thoughts? You don't think he should be on it?
No. But that's just my opinion. But here's my thing. Listen, I don't watch the.
Listen, I don't watch award shows no more.
I don't watch the BET Awards because it's not owned by Black people. When we were growing up, BET really was Black entertainment, okay? It was about the music and the culture. The music that they wouldn't play on MTV, they played it on BET. The music that went unappreciated on MTV, the music that showed us young Black women who had, you know, Jill Scott and Erykah Badu and all these beautiful Black women. It showed us who we could be, right? And now I feel like all we get is on BT is the Tyler Perry shows where it just again dehumanizing us, showing us that we can't get along, we can't have a sisterhood, we grow up in fatherlism. I hate BET. So because of that, I really don't really watch their shit. And so I might watch the award shows again because it's celebrating our Black artists and they don't get celebrated much. We saw that on yesterday on MTV, the VMA Awards. Like we do not get celebrated. You get what I'm saying?
Not no more. VMA I celebrated, but not no more.
Right. So I watch BET. I watch the BET Awards just because we are getting celebrated on there. But I hate how they do these award shows. God damn.
We're gonna end it with this. We're gonna move away from the TV war shows. We're gonna end it with this. Some new stuff that came out. The Queen, Nicki Minaj, has tweeted. Interesting topic. It's a topic me and you spoken about a couple of times on this episode, but I'm gonna read some of her tweets. Someone tweeted at her, but she says, "Love you, babe. I was prepping for the VMAs and I shot a video and guess who got COVID? Do you know what it is not to be able to kiss or hold your tiny baby for over a week? A baby who's used to his mama, quote in quotation marks, get vaccinated. Drake had just told me he got COVID with the vaccine, though, so chill." Next tweet. They want you to get vaccinated for the Met. If I get vaccinated, it won't be for the Met. It'll be once I feel I've done enough research. I'm working on that now. In the meantime, my loves, be safe. Wear the mask with 2 strings that grips your head and face, not that loose one. Prayer emoji heart. Last tweet. My cousin in Trinidad won't get the vaccine because his friend got it, became impotent. His testicles became swollen. His friend was weeks away from getting married. Now the girl called off the wedding. So just pray on it and make sure you're comfortable with your decision, not bullied. That's tweets from the Queen, Nicki. So looks a lot along the line. She's not for the vaccine, but for people being safe and it being your choice. How do you feel about that? Great.
She rich.
Yeah. She's not gonna be like, she gets to control how many people she's around and whatnot, which is like most of us can't control. Like you gotta go, you gotta use what service you gotta use, but she has more control of where she's gonna be at and who could be in the place where she's gonna be at. So
she's right. She's right.
Looks like she's someone that's not too thick, and that's something I've said. Hey, you want to get it, get it. Don't want to get it, just stay safe and protect yourself and others. But
she's rich.
It's your choice. Your choice.
She's rich.
But she let it be known.
She got.
But she still caught COVID though. She said she caught it. She said she had to be away from her baby because she caught it.
You want to see me back? That's the dumbest shit ever. She caught it because she rich.
She gotta work. She gotta do what she gotta do.
She caught it because she rich. Now, let's just say it would have went for the worst and she wouldn't need to have been on a ventilator. Does she not got the money to be on a ventilator?
So she does not got the money to what?
Huh?
No, I'm saying repeat what you said again.
She got the money to be on a ventilator. She got the money to get any kind of treatment. So if she decides not to get the vaccination, it's okay for her, Johnny, because she's rich.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying, listen.
Let me repeat myself because you ain't listening. You're not listening.
Make a choice.
She can say stupid shit like that because she's rich. And she could afford to take care of herself, take her son to a different part of the fucking house, and leave him there with his nannies because she's rich.
I hear that. I'm just saying.
You're not rich, Johnny.
Listen,
You're not rich. Tú no tienes mula. Tú no tienes chavo. You don't have money.
But the COVID still remains. I'm still remain untouched from the COVID.
Just saying. Don't listen to Johnny, guys, because y'all not rich. Y'all, God forbid, y'all get sick. Y'all can't pay for the ventilators or pay for.
Bro, that's what I completely agree with what you. I completely agree with you saying. But she also used other examples in her tweets.
Trinidad is a third world country. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. My dad is from there, born and raised. Came down here when he was 24 years old. It's a third world country. Unfortunately for them, the vaccinations don't come or they don't get the good vaccinations as we do here in the States. And my dad has told me that. Listen, Johnny, you can say whatever you want to say. You sound dumb. You're not rich.
That's cool. It's cool. Make the episode because God damn, that was bad. That's not what I meant to say, but thinking about that, that's not right. So that's not making it.
Let it make it.
Wait. That's not gonna make the episode, but that was crazy. But
right. Oh my God.
Yeah, like I'm saying, no. Stay safe. It's your choice, obviously. I understand you don't agree with her comments because she's in a better position to take care of herself versus regular people who don't have the same, But
oh my God.
All I'm gonna preach is if you want to, take it. If you live in New York, you have to take it. If you want to watch a movie, you want to work out, want to go on a nice dinner date, gotta take it.
If you want to work, you gotta have to take it.
Not all jobs, some jobs, not all jobs. Hopefully not all jobs yet, but some jobs, yes. But again, if you're not, all I'm gonna say is you're not gonna take it, still, move around as the pandemic was in day one. With the mask on and your hand sanitizer, wash your hands, practice social distancing. But again, it's funny. Today's the day, filming it on Monday, the 13th, is the official day where they're gonna start laying the hammer down on everyone. You can't come in unless you got at least one shot.
Johnny, you that person?
Huh?
You that person?
Did I get a shot?
No, I know you didn't get a shot. I know you didn't get a shot.
I still practice social distancing. But with that, on that note, we will wrap up this brand new episode of another Shitty Opinion podcast. It's your boy John, my co-host Bree, and we out.